Good evening, everybody. We back. It's another Tuesday out here in the Poetry Corner world. We out here chilling, relaxing. We got some fine guests here tonight, and I'm the only guy on campus when I check that out. But it's all good though. Yo, we here out here representing power of poetry. So I'm gonna pass it off to my co-host Valerie, and we're gonna get this party started. Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Poetry Corner. Here we are live once again on a Tuesday night on YouTube. We'd like to welcome you to subscribe and like to our page. You can hit the notification bell so that you get advised of all of the future shows. We also have a Facebook page, so if you'd like to go and hit the Poetry Corner on Facebook, you're more than welcome to check out all the poets who have posted. If you're a poetry lover, if you yourself are a poet, you are more than welcome to post your poetry, your events, your books, whatever you have going. We're super excited to have you here, and we are not going to waste a minute of this time. I would like to bring up Queen first tonight. Center stage, here she comes. Welcome. I do believe that you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
All right.
Welcome. Please do introduce yourself. Tell us what you have going on.
All right. My name is Shaquan. I go by Queen Kwani. I am a part of a group called Verses and Vibes, and we are a group of writers coming together to bring poetry to you. I am the sound of the poetry. I have a book coming out soon. You can follow me on my social medias, Queen Kwani. Also, my SoundCloud, Queen Kwani. Here's some of my music. And should I just start and get right into my first poem?
Oh, please do.
Okay, so the first poem. Sorry if you hear an ice cream truck coming by. Um, this is my first poem. It doesn't have a title, but you'll know what I'm talking about. It goes, that was the girl I used to know. A pretty young thing that he would want, and he laid her down and she let go. That was the girl. It was a typical Saturday misunderstanding. Was just trying to get away of the typical day of having to do this and having to do that. So what happened was nothing of what she thought it would have been. If she'd been just a little bit smarter and a little bit wiser, then she would have known to bring that nail polish remover to unglue her feet that was permanently stuck to the ground. Or maybe she thought they weren't stepping in the same puddle because as she was crying, he was deciding on what was going to be the first position. But that was the girl I used to know. Pretty young thing that he would want. And he laid her down and she let go. That was the girl. And unwillingly, she did things that she haven't even did with a man that she so-called loves. So why was she with a man who only dreamed that this happening a dream she wanted nothing to be a part of, and it scarred her invisibly on her face, that rough handling, though she liked it that way, just with the person of choice, and he chose herself, making it no part of her joy. It destroyed her in a way that can't be seen, but pay close attention. It's obvious to see the pain inside, the eyes that cry, the reason why she said goodbye. 'Cause that was the girl I used to know. Pretty young thing that he would want. And he laid her down and she let go. And that was the girl. She was only 16. What were you trying to do? Destroy her? Make her think that she had no say-so into the things that were happening, that no, was not in her capability to say, that simply she was nothing and the concrete floor was fitted enough for her jeans to lie on. And then you ask her, why would she do this to you? So basically, some jail time wasn't in your interest in taking this little girl's innocence. It meant nothing to you that you disturbed her soul, making the strive harder to get to where she needs to go because of a memory of a broken image that she can't say bit by bit. But when she closes her eyes, she can see every minute of it from point A to point B, to the point of thinking, oh, today is going to be a good day, to actually being in the reality of misery with no company, just the accuracy of knowing that this girl was me. But that was the girl I used to know. A pretty young thing that he would want. He laid her down and she let go. But that was the girl.
Oh man,
Great
All right.
piece.
that was
Fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah. That's
Thank
That
what's
you.
was
up. Wow.
amazing. That just blew
Beautiful.
my mind.
That was
Yeah,
lovely. I
That
like
was
that.
dope. I'm sorry. That was fire.
it was,
Shoot,
wasn't it?
was. I
Absolutely
loved it.
fantastic. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You've set the bar for us all.
Yeah.
And here we go. Welcome again, everybody. We're just getting off, and we have an amazing show. We have some women to keep our host king in place. So let's see what gets produced next. Angela, can I bring you front and center and get you to introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. My name is Angela_Sam here on Instagram. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I am currently writing to publish a novel and a poetry book. And I'm a reader actually on a few platforms on Instagram, Poetry Support BYBT, poetry, Poets Island, and of course I've got my own page, community page called the Dungeon Keep. So it's an 18+ page. And my first piece that I'm going to read is called The Countenance of Pistanthrophobia. Pistanthrophobia is when trauma created by relationships. That's what that is, the fear of it. So here we go. Dear Karma, how do you recompense the tirade of unfortunate events, where extensive wounds slice from a fractured piece of me? You have been triturating the bones, corrupting the gum where you chewed kismet energy of my existence. Freedom has become the damned hope by this lambast devotion. The resonant darkness has awoken, for I am rooted in pain so deep. I watch the stars burn the sky, buried in memories which rise when a celestial dies. The eviscerated words are announced by the town crier, each syllable heard only in disbelief, in the astronomical comet of you. She mourns the passing of benevolence, the ministry of mass infraction, an empty vessel in the space of the gloaming. Here lies the sacrifice, for there is no mobility left in enabled impaction. Here is the end of hope, and in the insurrection of agony, it was there that we both found and lost. A continued smog against the stained glass window where invisible notes lay dormant as it shatters across. She awaits resurrection, for this Lazarus shell returns to a place long forgotten. Here, the morning star ceases to rise and surrenders while waiting for the sky souls to begin to fall. Here, her heart bleeds into silence so loud that the spirits begin sighs as it retreats from the hallowed plain it reaps. She capitulates. She yields. She no longer speaks. Her larynx only weeps.
Whew.
That was
Her
beautiful.
larynx only weeps. Listen to that.
All right, Angela.
Amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Whew, we got some powerful emotion punchers over here, and we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on going. I would like to bring up She Is the Wild right now, front and center stage. Erica, get you to introduce yourself, please.
Hi guys. My name is Erica, better known as She Is the Wild. I've been writing for about 1.5 years, so it's been quite the journey. I've gotten the chance to be a part of some great poetry community. I'd have to say it's some of the best writers that I've ever seen. They're some of the closest people that you get to meet up front. So I do have a Facebook channel, and I also have my Instagram, and that is, at She Is the Wild, and that's actually at she is the _wild. So you can find me in pretty much every platform. I mean, if you go into my Instagram, you're going to see where I have the scan bar for my TikTok also. And so right now what I have going on is just working on my poetry book that I would like to get out in April of next year. And I do have some merchandise in the work as we speak, and hopefully that'll be coming out sometime soon for some of my loyal followers that I have. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have going on right now, and that's all.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, you know. It's like we're busy
does.
with life and stuff, and you know, I got kids and I got my own story. But to just elaborate a little bit more, you know, she is the wild is pretty much means, you know, being unapologetic for who you are as a woman, um, or a man, I guess, right? I don't want to like stereotype or anything, but you know, it's actually is for women. And so basically it gives us this empowerment that, you know, we don't always have to apologize for our voice and what the things that we say. I think normally what happens, you know, we get shunned away because we speak so loudly about the things that we feel and are said, you know, or told not, don't say this or don't say that. And if you go through my page and my writings, I am pretty much everywhere. I am what is involved with love, you know, pain, healing, you know, being sassy, and I'm not sorry about it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what She is the Wild stands for. Yep.
Awesome. And that is why we love you, because you hit
Yeah.
hard and you don't apologize for it.
I don't. And it took a while to get there, because if you would meet me in person, you'd be like, man, she's not even doing all that. That's crazy. Like, that girl, you do that. And that people look at me like, you know, yeah, but yes, I do that. I do, and I do it well. So yeah, let me see if I have something for you guys. I thought I would read some older pieces, trying to kind of just follow the vibe, and then I'll read some other ones that I have available. Give me 1 second here. I had it up right now. Sorry, guys. I'm going.
Take your time.
Where did it go?
It's always
have
the
too
hardest
many.
part, looking for technology to help us out.
Jeez. I had it, and that's because I had it open right now. I really did, and I lost it. But that's okay. I can read another piece. This one's called Option. She's not an option. She's a fire that burns to the depths of hell, you yet reaches heaven. It's not her job to fix you. She loves herself way too much, so no, she can walk away this time. She never needed you. She chose you. Out of all the stars in the galaxy, the warrior that you never saw coming, she is the unforgettable one.
Gorgeous.
That's a short piece.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of the pieces I write are short formed. Either they're micro, or they're specific quotes, or they'll launch into a lot of love poetry and stuff like that. And so that's a lot of what I have going on in writing.
Perfect. Well, we are going to hear more from you in just a moment. Thank you so much, Erica.
Thank you.
We are going to bring up Miss Drea front and center now. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Andrea, Miss Drea the poet. I have a collection of different poetry things I have going on. Right now, I'm going to be on Thursdays. It's going to be Poetry Corner, West Coast Connection, and that's Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific time and 11 p.m. Eastern time. I also have a group where I am the shine, like Shaquan was saying, she's the sound, and we have the rhythm and the rhyme, and it's verses and I'm sorry, vibes. I'm sorry, I'm tired. So I've just been working on those things. So we have a lot of upcoming things. You can follow me at miss.drea_the poet. My poem today is titled Broken Men. Today I had an important conversation with a couple of intelligent women. We discovered how women have so much support from everywhere, and sometimes we take that for granted. And we don't allow men in general to heal properly. From birth, we teach them to be strong. When they cry, when they fall, you're a big boy. You're a man, don't cry. So we don't give them space to release their pain. We don't allow them to express their feelings. We expect them to be strong no matter what. Most times, some women, not all, play victim and don't take responsibility for their actions. Not saying it is right, not saying it's wrong. We're talking about responsibility, being responsible for our choices, our words, our actions. We have to be more uplifting, more nurturing, more understanding, more courteous, more friendly, more open minded. When it comes to our men, we always question the why. Why is he acting like that? Why did he do that to me? What is his problem? Why did he leave? It's always his mistake. We have to sit with ourselves for a while and take responsibility in our part that we played in whatever decisions that were made, because we were too full of ourselves to think about this. Think about his feelings, his pain, his hurt. This is an important conversation for many of us to have. It made me think about a lot of the times when even me, I disregarded a man's feelings, because we're all not perfect. We are all at cause over our lives, our decisions. Things may happen directly or indirectly, but we have to search to see what part we played in those horrible, horrible decisions that were made to us, for us, and against us. We have to start with love and end with love in everything we do. We see a lot of people out here committing suicide, thinking about taking someone else's life because of hurt, because of trauma, sometimes caused by us. Let's stop the trauma, stop the cycle of trauma, and get back to loving us again.
Beautiful.
Wise words.
All right, Dre.
Wise words.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the Poetry Corner. We're very excited to have you joining us. I am Valerie Lorraine. I am your host, co-host tonight. I am a host on Poets Anonymous Inc., also on Origin of Thought, and my own page, Valerie Lorraine _poetic author. I welcome you to join me on Instagram and enjoy all of the poets that we meet each and every week. I would like to thank our producer, Quinten Ford, behind the scenes. You will not see his face, but he is the power of this show, and he makes it all work for us. Without that, we would not be doing as well as we are right now. So thank you, Quinten. I'd also like to bring up our host, King, and have him recite a piece for us.
Thank you, Valerie. Appreciate that. I guess I feel blessed being amongst all these female poets, huh? But this is a piece I titled "Cards on the Table." If I showed all my hands and expressed all my plans, moved to another state, an expensive place, changing my pay rate, get involved with what's new, appreciate my just due, would I be the same man that you all once knew? Reserved choice of action, my gratitude, no attitude. Enjoying the altitude, sitting on clouds with better view. From upstairs, it looked nice. Within these fresh heights, riding on a terrace or balcony, I'm all for it. Differences in demeanor, the stress level is vague. Why wouldn't I want to stay from a long time of charades? People, places, and things, I see life in many spectrums. Light shines so bright inside my aura, God warned them. Name the name that changed with better outcome. Strange is strange, lower the pain, the reach got them. The love is hard when the vibe connect differently. They attack my mobility, I acquire the inability. King.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
Thank
the
you.
way to do it. Brilliant. And so book 19 is when?
Excuse me?
Book 19 comes out when?
Oh, you mean book 21?
Okay, sorry, you're way ahead of me. How did that happen?
The end of the month.
Okay, book 21, the end of this month.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We're very
Nice.
excited
Don't
for that.
congratulate yet. I mean, it's in the working though. I mean, but I appreciate that though. Hard work pays off though.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, y'all can check me out at King Atterbury Inc. on IG.
Absolutely.
And also King Atterbury Inc. on YouTube.
We shall do that. We shall do that. We are going to continue on with this wonderful evening of poetry. We're not going to miss a beat. We would like to invite you to subscribe and like to this channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified of all future shows. I'd like to bring Queen back up to front and center.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just get started with my second poem. It was actually a workshop poem where the teacher gave me the first line and I just had to fill in the rest.
Nice.
And so it starts off, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, will it make a sound? Would you hear it? If I told you, would you believe it? With all the tragedy going on in this world, if you were standing right in front of it, you probably wouldn't even see it. So busy with your eyes open wide shut and your ears focused on important stuff that the one thing that means the most to you is a goddamn cell phone. Yet there's a child somewhere that can't find its way home at that, doesn't even have a home to find, and you're sitting here mad, wondering why so-and-so hasn't called. It's got you losing your mind, got you rolling your eyes at the same person that greets you with a smile and make sure you are right before you leave in the morning, but that same nigga who called you a bitch and tried to make up for it with a kiss, you forgave him for it, and then deceived me when all I'm trying to do is keep your head in focus, and it's making me sick to my stomach because you don't seem to realize it's hurting everybody around you. I keep telling you they're trying to kill our dreams, but you thinking I'm looking down on you, but that ain't the issue. Every night I get down on my knees and I pray for you, hoping that one day you open your eyes and see the path that God has laid for you. Because when our tears of our fears fall, you don't seem to hear the real meanings of the words, I love you. And it scares me because your trees are falling while you're going, doing what you're doing, and it's screaming, devoted, cursing, where are you? Even when you're not around, it's calling to you, whether you hear it or not.
Whew.
Nice.
What powerful lines is that?
All right. All right.
Goodness.
That was power.
Speechless. This has been one heck of a show so far, and again, we're not going to stop. We're going to bring Angela up and get another piece out of Angela. There she is.
I was waiting for that. I'm just going to go back a little bit further. I'm doing an older piece. And when I mean older, it's actually earlier this year. And I wrote this after I lost a dear friend. Someone I actually met on Instagram. And yeah, so this one's called Licentious Penance. I awoke to the flash of words on a screen. Or was it the suffering of universal screams? No, stop, I beg of you. Then I heard the astro travel sobs. I cannot sleep because all I can see is you crying in the darkness. I am hermetically blindfolded, barely facing each day, numbed and restrained, crushed with tribulation from what you will never know. You deserve to be held in reverence eternally. There is only mournful cries in the place of the smile I sought to see. Now I can never tell you I am sorry. You've grown your wings and another angel has left this mortal call with an unfinished story. No. Shh. Let me cradle you in sentiment, mythically spellbound in cosmic element. No more notes of joy, no more northern star, just the sound of drowning from the liminal space of a ruptured heart. Unfettered regrets cloaked in the hollow guilt, wrapped in asphyxiation under a stitched suffering quilt. Dormant chance of truncated potential, my confidant in the shadow of quintessential. I'm trying to recompense in the peace of your choice, but I will never. All I can do is hold you in your transcendent voice. Shh. Shh. If only I could. If only it were possible. If such a better conjunction.
Woo. If only I could. Gorgeous,
right.
Angela.
Beautiful.
Okay, Angela.
Thank
Really
you.
wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh my goodness. Well, we have more to hear from She is the Wild. Erica, get back to you now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So this one is called Sin. Did you forget how I taste? Need I remind you where the reality of your sins meets mine? You will look for me in others, my way of being filled with passion and devotion. It can be overwhelming if allowed to flourish. It's remarkable how we hold secret promises hidden in the depths of the universe. In the sweet abyss, I find my peace. Until then, I will make my own domain. Domain. Is that right? There.
Whew.
Those are one
There's
of
a
my
lot
short
of power
pieces.
in that piece.
There is a lot of power in that piece. And I have another one that I call The Well. This is one of like my earlier pieces. I wrote a lot of soft poetry back then. And now it's like kind of mixed up and everything. But I like to go back and reflect with them because they initially are a big part of who I am. And so I'm also very proud of those two as well. This one's called The Well. Lost in thought of what is real and what is undesirable. Looking down the well of dirty water, it overflows with sins of many, gasping to be released from its poison, but is cleansed with forgiveness and pure intent of one's soul. That so whoever drinks of this water will have eternal life, as the light speaks down from the heavens with grace. You are deserving. Let your cup overflow, my darling. You are deserving.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks.
All
Ray.
right. We are going to go straight to Miss Drea and get another power piece.
This one is titled Blame. Broken pieces of a shattered heart. Sitting in the corner, glass swept up by the pile of men that left them behind. Oh no, but she's fine. Haven't had a chance to heal. Jumping in and out of relationships before she got over the last one or the one before. Why? She doesn't like being alone. She needs to be held, loved. Jumping from bodies to bodies is her new sport. She knows she's damaging herself. She stops and thinks of what it could have been, trying to find you in them, I guess. She told him she wasn't ready. She continues to cancel dates or show up late. I'll play his game, she thought to herself. People deal with relationships differently. Some abandon relationships altogether. But for her, she wanted love, and she thought he would be her peace. In search of love, any way she could get it. Some are afraid to be alone. She settled and allowed him to love her. He wined and dined her, made her feel like she was the only woman in the world, planned late night romances, weekend trips, but was never willing to commit. She questioned him as to why. In a text, it's been 3 days and not a response yet. Now she's on to the next, to be continued.
Whew. Got a saga going on there.
There's a lot of truth in that,
Right.
though. There's a lot of truth in that piece. Very much so. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Incredible.
I loved it.
Sounds like a series to me.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right?
Man.
Absolutely amazing. All right. We are going to go straight back to Queen right now.
All right. So my next piece is called My Ghetto Version of Shakespeare.
Nice. I like that.
Mhm.
To be or not to be? That is my question. In love with a man that claims to be the sweetest thing, and you'll vouch right along with him, for you see it in his eyes. So, is it right to be or not to be? Because he loves another, but there's this connection of affection, and he kisses and touches in all the right places. So, to be or not to be in love with him would be crazy. So, should I be or not be in love with the man that I dream of at night as I hold my pillow tight, wondering if he feels the same way as I? To be, oh, I've got to be, because there's no one else I've thought of like this. And oh, how I wish I can be in his arms at this very moment, look into his eyes and tell him how much I want him, that if he be toast, then I'd be starving. To be or not to be? Somebody tell me.
Woo! Yeah. To be or not to be? That is the question. I love it. I love that version.
Absolutely
version.
wonderful.
Yeah, that definitely was.
We have some beautiful talent in the room, and we are not going to let a moment of this pass without enjoying all of it until the very last minute that we have with you all here tonight. So once again, we are the Poetry Corner. We are on YouTube. We are also on Facebook. So if you would like to join us, please do hit subscribe to both of those channels and enjoy along with us. I'm going to bring Angela back up to front and center.
Okay, this is one of my most recent ones that I'm about to read. It's a little bit longer, and it sort of just tells you about where I am at this point in time. A lot of self-reflection, and so here we go. It's called Consecrated Revival. I never cried in the afterlife as I sent it forth in this mournful night, for when the moon moves out of sight, she becomes a lover's blight. There the ethereal muse, she rests upon a glass casket of refracted light. Her winter breaths are lost in this icy effrontery of death, where sinister shadows shift from the in-between depths, beheld in the glimpses of an angel of lunar lantern's breath. Leave your pride at the door and surrender your strength. Let's erase and rewind yesterday's tunes upon our indignant, cursed runes, felt loss of archetypal vision sought in the underworld exhumed. They are the sounds of a paranoid paralysis of the starstruck, defiant, and doomed. You are the black, chilling spectre of the envelope of empty words, a massacre of consciousness heralded in synonymous of stolen secrets that hurt, tongue-tied and held together in unspoken stories of forsaken flowers where I was daisy-chained in consecrated dirt. Set ourselves on fire, I'll take on your wayward worst. We are set adrift in the frankincense mist of unforeseen forces and in the resonance of our reflections. Bound in the thesaurus of thieves, we entice the silhouette of a silent sonnet stayed in a dejections. For serendipity laid bare the sins of sulphuric sun and the resurrection of the interplanetary sums. We are the broken lines fractured within thunder, and the other half of my sanity, a soul of lightning glassing the sands of time's kingdoms. We are innocence baptizing in clandestine crimson. We are the poetic justice in karmic fate, if truth is the instrument of alchemy, shattering the lunar window, winged moths of memories of untouched blossoms, devotion in the scaled dust set free, lost in a valley of melancholic mountains and a rebirth from wildfires, creating ashes of unforeseen. Our quintessence eliciting smoke signals of forewarning and messages of forgotten sorrow, for they have become champagne clouds in scarlet skies and the pigments of an abundant autumn rainbow. We are whispering waves of kissing streams within coral dreams by warding off evil spirits filtered through my marrow. Hold me in the echoes of tomorrow. And in the solitude of obligation, I felt your mutilated love posting a no return, settling in the uneasy understanding that sacrifice begets peace upon an admonished bird. And lackluster ghouls linger in the itching season of planting seeds of reason. Let us in the void while we take on past transgressions and begin to learn. We are all mirrors of self-reflection, and in the end, we must either fight or set free our past rejections.
Yes.
Woo.
All right, all right.
I like that. I like that last touch, that last part right there. That was very powerful, Angela. I like that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We are just blessed with such great poetesses tonight. You are just flying with the words. So we're not gonna take a moment to let those sails take quiet. So she is the wild. We're gonna get back to you right now.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. So this piece is called Beauty Unseen. Maybe it's the way your demons played so well with mine. Or was it an awakening that transpired when our souls recognized each other? Before the chows, truth is, I brought clarity and understanding. It was the different in me you fell in love with. A blessing with storms you didn't see coming. I didn't judge the pain. I walked with you through it before it became the nightmare before me. I could see through the silence and always have. I could feel the brokenness. And in that always found strength to be the rock you needed even when you weren't. What seemed like weakness in the eyes of others, what they deemed unbeautiful in me, you saw vulnerability, compassion. What it took for me to open the scars so you could see we all bear them all. Even so, I know the storms will pass, and I will remain engraved on your soul, on your skin, forever as the beauty unseen.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, Erica.
Erica.
That was
I
beautiful.
was crying.
That was so good.
That really got
I
me.
love that. I love that. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
All right now.
Some real great lines going on tonight. Woo! I hope that you are all keeping up with us and know where to find these ladies on social media, because you are going to leave the show wanting nothing but more. Miss Drea, let's get on back to you right away.
This poem is from my new collection, my book coming out June 28, 2023. That's also my birthday. The book is titled Connections Between Us, and this poem is titled Connections. Our lips collided, and with every breath, it ignites my soul, travels through my bones. I'm addicted to the sound of his voice. I'm fixated on his touch, of his fingertips that pierce my soul, caresses the interior of my heart. My body flutters each and every time I reminisce of the first time in between time, which brings us to now. Consummating our union, we are one. I close my eyes, I can touch the moon and see the sun behind. Wait, wait. Okay, right there. I feel you deep inside me, the piercing of my body with respect. And in return, I reciprocate the moisture overflowing with trust, love, and loyalty. Enter me deeper. Stop, don't let go. Allow me to hold your heart. This is a sensational feeling. Hands intertwined, your body and mind. Keep your mind open to the dreams of the close to perfect mate. Fill me up with your warm touch. Hold me, never let go. Penetrate my mouth with truth. Taste the nectar of my thoughts. Heart filled with joy, enjoying you. Satisfied without a price. Content, ease of mind. Continuous bliss. What did I miss? Happiness ends with the kiss.
Nice.
That was so
Yeah.
beautiful. Whew.
All right, Dre.
We're just rocking it here. Please make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you get notified of future shows. Because let me tell you, the poetry that is coming on this show week after week is just been incredible. We cannot thank our guests enough tonight. We still have more poetry to go, but we're in awe of what we're getting from you here. So we have one more round. So let's go back to Queen and see what she's going to lay on us.
All right. This is called Love and Flowers. Roses are red, violets are blue-ish, I guess. Actually, violets are violet. It is what it is. Love is complicated. Love can love you one day and not so much the next. Like flowers, they die. It takes time for it to grow again. It has its seasons, blooms, and transitions, needs nourishment before the plucking. Some cut it too short. Some are long stemmed, others stormed for protection. Love could be so simple, but like flowers rooted from a dark place, looking towards the light, withstanding the rain, even with petals falling, still a part of its name means love. Whatever kind of flower it may be, love be thy bouquet, carefully picked, held close, walking down the aisle. But when it's all said and done, I don't want to throw it away.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right now. All right.
Oh, we're closing this off with a bang. It gets better and better. Could you imagine if we had 2 hours? Whew. All right, Angela, let's bring it back.
Hello. Okay. My lucky last one. It's called Villainy Transpired. If I had walked a mile into your depths, I would have been prepared for the villainy that lived in the glass house of shattered promises. My last word was meant to hurt you like a tasered treachery, just like sleepless mornings between your lies. You are a paradoxal paradise who always seemed to read my mind. Even with your initial kiss, you should have tasted my last goodbye. Lost in twilight promises, I, your protege, became the deceiver and said others would never love me like you do. Your arms were once a haven of hope, now a maelstrom of paralysis. You're a corrupted strength which knew no bounds, yet we are all knotted up in stardust strings. The obsidian power in your words were never there for lifting me up. We were once licked monsoon stains from our hands down into asphalt and fairy lights of tempest-filled cups. We swam in manipulated childhood memories, floating in paper boats, all waterlogged to sink. Syrupy tongue candles and journal pages engraved in the stasis of our past, where dewy nights were too nostalgic, fogging my senses to think. There my bleeding heart walks in the middle of July, staring ahead. I still remember your fallen angelic eyes in tangerine dreams inside my head. We were wild summer magic in the longing kissing booths. Sets of lips, but lie to me like you lie to the mirror of yourself, for I am unable to reach into my wraith-like soul. Death once described the colour of your eyes like amber mist against torrential rains. Your necrosis-filled wind blows into the burial of me. Sends out dandelions scattered in stonkered memories. Life too is buoyed on the wings of yesterday's pain, where heated forest fires burn to ashes while filling the shell of our manifestation, our failings extinguished within the waves of peaceful melancholia. You personified betrayed stands on the ledge of gloom, heralding our doom. Your cheating pages of prose, a digone word that shall not rhyme, longing for your gravestone to appear upon unconsecrated grounds where the vial upholds in the laminae of the verbal arch that led to spines aligned with sadness. There is nothing, or there is something about sunrises which are hidden in the cavity of stolen hearts, tucked with pockets of regrets, which were once sunny days, now the precipice of a rainy day, a possession built into melted mountain memories and the wicked mendacity to the entangled of innocence. There was a mouthful.
All right.
Oh,
All right, Angela.
Can't wait for that book,
Damn,
Angela.
Angela's fire.
Whoosh, whoosh,
Give me somebody,
whoosh.
give me some water.
Right? Oh, my goodness sakes. All right. Well, you know what? We still have a little bit more poetry to go. So I'm super excited what's going to come out next. She is the Wild. Please join us up here.
All right, guys. So I have a few short ones that I'm going to put to not all together, but together. Because again, like I said, a lot of what I write is short. So this one's called Pretty. She's pretty loud, pretty wild, pretty mysterious, pretty real, pretty forgiving, and pretty when lost in love. Pretty much the kind of woman who will leave you on read the moment she realizes you aren't adding value to her life. And that pretty much says a lot about her. Whew. End quote. And then my other one goes, let me see. Boundaries. She won't fight in a war that brings no peace. If you can't respect her boundaries and feelings, then you have no place in her future. End quote. This one's like, I don't know. I don't know anyone who has all their ducks in a row, but what I have is some kick-ass heels and a driving force of laughter to face each day with an open mindset, ready to slay the fucking day. End quote. Okay, I'm done, guys. That's it. Those are sort of my short pieces. I thought it was important to throw them out there just because that's a lot of what I write. And then I have a few elongated ones. But yeah, I just wanted to share those quick ones, you know? Because I know those get my girls every time, and they're just like, oh my God, I need that today. And I'm like, I know, me too.
Absolutely.
You are fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
We love it. All right. We're going to bring up Drea.
I forgot to share with you guys my book, Expressions of Love, Feelings of Courage and Betrayal. This is going to come out June 28, 23 next year, along with another book. So I have two books coming out at once. It was myself and Shaquan, and we go to a poetry school called Community Literature Initiative. So it's really dope. You guys should check it out. This poem is titled Vibrant. She emerges words from her fingertips. She is the picture of poetry. It lives inside of her like fluorescent musical notes of an orchestra of sorts. Her energy is contagious. Her light brightens the darkest room. She is so in tune with her emotions, heart, mind, body, and soul. Every mood shapes her voice. She spits fire with every word that flows from her tongue. It's the ripple effect, the beating drum. Her words hit hard, the sweetest melody, every song, once sung. One voice, a harp player, the strings magical. One by one, a beautiful tune, vibrant thing.
Woo. I love that. That was so nice.
All right, Dre.
I love that vibe. You got to send me that one. I like that one so much.
I'm
It's
going to make
beautiful.
a video and tag you in it.
Yes.
There you go. That's the way to do it. All right. We have a few more things going on. So I am going to now read one of my pieces. This is my book, Falling. It is available on Amazon. It is also available by contacting me and asking for a signed copy to be sent to you. I am a published author, poet. There, Angela has it. Woohoo! I am a host. Yes, you do. I am a host and a live reader. I'm mostly situated on Instagram, although I can be found on Facebook. And of course, you can find me here. I do like to share poetry of other people, and it is a passion of mine to highlight other people. So this show is a great place for me to do that. I'm going to read this piece. It is entitled Summer. And ladies, I want to let you know that you've had me spending my whole time trying to figure out what piece I'm going to read, because every time you read, you upped my game. I don't know if I can hold it against y'all, but I'm going to try. This is Summer. Her name was Summer, but her eyes stormed like two hurricanes about to make landfall. I watched. I listened. All my senses tingled and sparked, glistening from her strength, where her wisdom proses with words unsaid. I took the powers of her. The insanity of the unspoken had me breathless and without blood coursing through my veins. In this moment of death, I had never felt so alive. Her storm was gentle, but overpowered everything about me. I felt that vixen wash over me. Her eyes so gentle, but in them I saw the fierce warrior she had become. Her love was the weapon she branded, and it struck me down and kept me there. I found it was where I had wanted to be all my life. In the eyes of her hurricane, in the arms of her summer, the landfall hit me. I was forevermore changed, a storm chaser. I got to my feet and dropped to my knees in the awe of what the universe had just gifted me. My heart pulsed to the thrush of that storm, and now my blood rushed with a new shining purpose. All that had happened before that moment had meaning. I became her storm. I became so much more. Valerie Lorraine.
Woo!
That was beautiful, Val.
Beautiful.
I love that piece.
All right now. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand this back to King and ask him if he would read another piece for us, I once again would like to thank our producer, Quinten Ford, for which we could not do the show without. He is amazing, and he has many shows on this channel, so do come check it out. Again, if you choose to subscribe to this channel, you will get notified of all shows. We also have the show with Miss Drea and King coming up on Thursday night, so please do not miss that. It is going to be another power punch, welcoming artists from LA to the show, and we cannot wait to see that. There are also many other shows, so do not miss. We would not be the same without having you join the show. If you are watching this on replay, please know that everybody's handle will be in the comments and the caption there, so that you know where to find all these wonderful artists online. King, would you close us out, and could we ask you to grace us with another one of your pieces?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
This piece I titled Riding High.
Hmm?
I always keep a diva on deck with the highest respect. Imagine King neglect. Nah, she know what she get. Without expectations, facing the truth in the world. JW favorite girl, never turning a cheek. When we speak, there's no reach. It's all natural. Facts were compatible, no need to ask fools. Who know we don't show what is or what isn't. Position not forbidden, just passing the opposition. Keep everything a buck as we chill within ourselves. Our universe and world is a nice place to dwell. Matching each other's eyes, there's a vibe well alive. At any time, our drive will survive when hearts collide. King.
Woo! That's the way to close the show.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to thank everybody for coming through tonight. You beautiful poets, y'all did your thing as always when people come through. And also everybody out there in the Poetry Corner community that's tuning in with the comments and everything. We love and respect y'all. We appreciate what y'all do by voicing your opinions in the chat. And also coming up, we have Thursday, 8 p.m. King's Dream with Blood Money Mike, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then we have the Poetry Corner West Side Connection with myself hosting with Miss Drea, West Coast joint coming through.
And
You know
don't
what I
forget
mean?
about Ebb and Flow.
I got you, girl. I got you. You know what I mean? I'm super excited on that. Pardon me. You know what I mean? But yeah, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Out there Pacific time. So it's gonna be dope and fresh. You know what I mean? So y'all tune in. Click like and subscribe to the channel so y'all can get the notifications of what's going on. Like thank my co-host Valerie Lorraine and also Quinten, the producer. And stay tuned for next week. And as I always say, peace, love, and poetry. We'll see you next Tuesday, and we'll see you this Thursday, hopefully. We out.